My name is Prince Afriyie. I'm an associate professor here in data science, and I'm also the director of the Residential Masters in Data Science program. We call it MSDS. The goal of the program is to make sure that students can actually go out there and solve real-life problems with data. And we get students in and we prepare them from the onset to the end. We also have an excellent career support team that will help students to actually get jobs after they graduate from the program. So the program is really for anybody who wants to get into data science. It's a terminal degree, so it's really geared towards folks that are currently working but want to step up and become a data scientist or work with AI. Or it could be students that are currently graduating from undergrad, but they need their master's degree. So the students that come in the program come from all backgrounds. So we have students, this incoming cohort, for example, has about 42 different majors represented, and people from varying backgrounds of experience. So obviously we have statistics, mathematics, computer science, but we also have students who are history, who come from anthropology background, but are willing to solve real-life problems with data. I like to think about our faculty as we are actually a university within a university, because I have faculty next to me who has a PhD in kinesiology. Another one has a PhD in applied mathematics, education, history, computer science, statistics. So the faculty also come from a diverse background. So that's what makes the school a very rich school in terms of resources. And that's part of what we say, data science is for everybody. We kind of pride ourselves by saying we're the school without walls. We really mean that for this master's program. A lot of people don't understand really what data science is it's very broad. It's not as narrow as a field of statistics or narrow as computer science. So the way we have defined data science in the School of Data Science, we have this model called the 4+1 model. So we have the analytics domain, which is basically where all the machine learning, all the statistical learning, and all that stuff falls in that bucket. There's some theory work in that. Data science is going to be a very evolving field, so be able to read a paper, understand what they're doing. So we have some theoretical content in that. The second bucket is the design piece, which is basically how do you communicate data to all audiences through visualizations. How do you tell a story with data? Most of what you see on your smartphone about how the US UI is exactly the design piece of our definition of data science. And then we have the systems piece. How does these computer systems actually work? How do you work in the cloud and stuff like that? So that systems piece is also been defined to be to complement the analytics piece as well. The other bucket is called data and society, and this is where, as a data scientist, what you think about what your actions and your products are going to affect society. So outside of these four domains, we also have something called the +1. The +1 is the application part of all the domains. So in our sense, for the master's program, is basically where your capstone is. So your capstone is going to hit all these four domains at once. And so the practice part is what we really, really want you to, because that's what you're going to be doing as a data scientist. So the residential program is only 3 semesters. Students come in the fall, and the default is they graduate in the summer. Or if they want to take the summer and do an internship, they could do that and come back the following fall to graduate. So that's what really makes our program very unique. In the fall, they take 4 courses. They take a machine learning course, they take an understanding uncertainty course, they take a course on computer science, foundations of computation, a data engineering course. And then in the spring, they also have 4 courses, so machine learning 1 and 2, as well as a course that we really pride ourselves in called ethics of big data, because students really, really have to think about what their actions or what their product is going to really affect society. And then they have an option to take an elective. The elective one, they can choose courses from the School of Data Science. They can also choose courses from the external UVA or outside the School of Data Science, as long as it has some data science component to it. After that, they have the option to take the summer and do an internship, or are you going to just do the default, which is the 3 semesters and graduate in the summer. But the students who want to do the default, they'll be taking 2 courses, and then the capstone is where they actually get to apply what they've learned in the program on real life data. So what that means is we actually match them with real clients where they actually work on real life data sets that actually have impacts on people. Recently, one of our capstone students, two of them actually, they actually did a project on tuberculosis and vaccinations for tuberculosis in Tanzania. So they helped build a model to predict the impact of these vaccinations. And we have students also work on with real life companies like Deloitte, Capital One, also with UVA Health, because healthcare applications of data science is so vital. That would be the task for the students who choose the default timeline. And then for those who actually take the summer to do an internship, they will come back in the fall, they will have 2 electives, and then they will have the data engineering 2 course. And that will conclude their degree. When I came to the School of Data Science, I realized something so beautiful going on here. There's so much staff to support everybody. For me, in my role as a program director, I really deeply care about helping students. And that's my #1 role. If you have any questions about the program, about the curriculum, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm very happy to talk to prospective students. We also have student ambassadors, and their main goal is to be able to help prospective students answer questions about the program. And you can find all this information on the School of Data Science website.